Hello, Mosaic. I hope you're having a great week and I hope you're enjoying the new part of our reading plan. We just finished last week our study in Isaiah 1 through 39. And this week we're opening up in the book of Proverbs, doing chapters 1 through 6 this week. And I just wanted to give you the 5-minute tour, kind of orient you to what's going on as it discusses wisdom. So as chapter 1 opens, you have the Father speaking to his Son, and this is a series of speeches the Father has given to his Son, talking about various aspects of wisdom. That's his intention, to impart wisdom to his Son. So that first chapter goes into the issue of temptation and how temptation is loud. It always catches your eye everywhere you go. It's always demanding on your senses. But he comes into the second half of the chapter and he points out that as loud as temptation is, wisdom cries out loudly too. Everywhere that temptation is, God is also calling out, wishing to offer wisdom. And so ultimately, the choice is up to us of which we choose to listen to. Do we follow the wisdom, or do we follow after the temptation? So he goes into chapter 2, building off of that, and the Father begins to urge the Son to treasure wisdom, because ultimately it is wisdom that is going to deliver himself from the temptation that youth is given to wherever we go, especially as we're young, but it follows us throughout all our life. Temptation is temptation because it does seem attractive, but that wisdom will help us avoid the pitfalls and the danger and the destruction that temptation brings into our life. Chapter 3 begins to focus on the responsibility of us as the hearers, because as the Father is talking to the Son in Proverbs, God is also talking to you and me. And there is a responsibility on the hearer to shift his trust, the trust of his own weight, to quit leaning on his own understanding and start leaning on God. That leaning means that's our natural inclination, our natural tendency. So if things pull out from underneath us, that's the direction we go in. We have to start purposely moving away from trusting our own desires, our own thought, our own understanding, and begin purposely, day by day, applying to our life the wisdom of God and trusting that his way is best. Chapter 4 then goes into a speech on growing in maturity so that we can continue on in wisdom long after the instructor, the teacher, has gone. Chapter 5 is a warning against temptation that it distracts us and causes us to despise the things that are good. He goes into all the pitfalls and the destruction and ultimately the death that temptation can bring. And then chapter 6, the Father begins to give some of the practical applications of wisdom, how we can apply wisdom day to day in our lives, some purposeful steps that we can take. So there you have it in a quick nutshell. That's the 3-minute tour this week instead of 5 of what is going on in Proverbs chapter 1 through chapter 6. Read it, pray over it, meditate on it, journal it, and I think God will bless your life. And we'll come back this coming Sunday when we'll begin to talk about as we begin to talk about valuing wisdom in Proverbs chapter 2. God bless. You have a great day.